Hello, it's a lunchtime live with Lisa. So we're having our tip talk at noon today because it is the Assumption of Mary today, which is a holy day of obligation. And so I wanted to go to the first school mass of Central Catholic. There are school in the diocese of pre-K, and the pre-K kids were so cute today. Pre-K to seniors to 12th grade, and my granddaughter is a junior, so I wanted to be at the first mass today. So of course I wasn't home for 10 o'clock. So I decided to do a lunchtime live today. And remember, I told you that I'm going to switch them up and try to do at least one a week at lunchtime, just because I know that there are different people than can see them at 10 a.m. If you like watching me though, and the only time you can watch is at lunch, go back in my page every day, because I do a live at 10 a.m. called Tip Talk 10 at 10. Every day, first thing in the morning, the first thing I do is look and see what it is I want to say today, and I post the Tip Talk thought of the day with a little blurb from me. And then that's usually what I talk about for my live, and then some kind of tip, some kind of sale, something to help you. So today, I said speak positively to yourself, and then we're going to talk about pucker and smile. So first thing, speaking positive about yourself. I talked about this yesterday. Forgive me for getting a little emotional and teary-eyed about it, but I never just randomly pick these. They're always truly from something in my heart. So today's Tip Talk thought of the day, and I finally got it up. If nobody likes it or comments in the morning, I don't know, Facebook's giving me trouble where I can't even see it on my profile, so I finally got it up. But it says, don't believe everything you think. Don't believe everything you think. And yesterday I talked about how our mind and that negative mind does not give us a positive life, and how if we keep listening to ourselves instead of talking to ourselves, we're going to be unhappy. And so what I wrote on the top of the don't believe everything you think is, don't let your mind play tricks on you. You are God's child. You are amazing. You are worthy. You are enough. Speak positively to and about yourself. So you always want to speak in a vein of positivity. You don't want to say, oh, I can't do that. I'm no good at that. Oh gosh, I'm so fat. Oh my goodness, I wish I looked as good as she does. Oh my God, look how skinny she is. I wish I was skinny. Or, man, she reads so well. I wish I could do that. Oh man, I love the way she dresses. I wish I had that style. Or, yesterday I was just telling my husband, we were watching the show Cash Pad, where they take, like yesterday they took a really dirty, ugly Airstream RV, and then also a warehouse. We watched 3 of them, and the other one was like a shipping container. And when I looked at that, I would have just said, oh my gosh, like throw it away. Just put it in the garbage dump. And yet the girl and the boy, there's a couple, Jojo and Jordan, they could see things, and I was like, oh, I wish I had that skill. I wish I had that skill of seeing something and then just being able to figure out another way, because they all looked beautiful at the end. To me, I'm the type of person, like when I bought this house, I went in, I like everything about it. You picked everything I like. Okay, good. I'm not that type of person. So, but I just said, oh, I wish I had that skill. But I realized and say to myself, oh, but Lisa, you have other skills that I bet you JoJo would want. So it's just important to always, when you speak about yourself, when you speak to yourself, to be positive. And it's even more important to make sure that you do speak to yourself every day, because whether you like it or not, your mind's talking to you and you have to listen, right? You know that feeling of being in bed at night and all you want to do is go to sleep and your mind won't shut up? And have you ever been to where you're talking to your mind almost like it's another person, like, will you shut up? I have to get up early in the morning, or I'm not listening to you. So you need to talk to yourself. You need to say every day that I am God's child, that I am worthy, I am beautiful, I am amazing, I can do whatever I want to do. I saw a thing one time where, a young mother, before they would get out the car to go to school, she would make them say like these 4 affirmations about, I am beautiful, I am amazing, I can do whatever I want. And at first they were kind of, oh, come on, But then eventually it was, I am amazing, I can do whatever I want. And it just started the day that way, and you need to do that too. Some people think, oh, that's silly, that's stupid. But I venture to say that when you hear negative stuff in your mind, you listen, don't you? You don't say that's stupid, you listen to it. So you need to do the positive and affirm yourself every single day. Hope that you do, because it's so important. And it's not easy. I'm working on it this week for me because I've had a tough week with it. And that's why I try to share it with you. Now, my tip for today is called Pucker and Smile. I don't know about you, but one of the toughest things for me is like where to put my blush, how to contour, what do I do with that? Especially blush. Blush gives me so much trouble. I'm not a person who likes like a lot of blush. I don't want it to be, like a clown, so I don't know. So I have this little technique, pucker and smile, but also an easy way to remember it. And I think of it as Neapolitan ice cream. That's right, ice cream. I love my sweets. Think of chocolate, strawberry, vanilla. So the highlighter is the vanilla. It's going to be light. It's either going to be your concealer or a luminizer of some kind, a highlighter. Your strawberry is your blush. And then your contour is your chocolate. It's going to be a darker color that goes underneath. So chocolate, strawberry, vanilla. And so it's an easy way to remember the layers of color that go on your cheek. So the first thing is, for contour, I'm going to use a bronzer. You might use a bronzer, you might use a darker color, say of the stick, you might use the contour palette, something that is going to be darker, okay? I'm going to use the Beachfront bronzer in Sunset, it's my favorite, and I've got the tapered blush brush. If you have one that is, let's see if I have one here, I don't see it. If you have one that's angled, make sure you point that angle down. But with the tapered one, you could just, it's going to be, I like it because it's the exact size that I need for my, for my contour. So I'm going to take the matte side. I'm just going to put some and kind of tap it. And I'm going to pucker, here's the pucker part. And I'm going to go from the end of the pucker to the top of the ear, to the hairline, okay? Pucker and go up, okay? And then once I know that, I'm just going to put it up. Okay, that's my chocolate. All right, then I'm going to use a blush brush that is tapered a little bit, but has a point on the end, and I'm going to use my blush. Now today I used a brand new blush. Let me find it. Just got it. We have 6 beautiful colors. This is the color I waited till last to get, because look at it. Stunning. Now if you saw my post that said I was going to be on at noon instead of 10, I showed you that I had this on. So it looks like it's so dark, but it's not. So I'm just going to dot on, and then I'm going to smile. Your smile is going to show you the apple of your cheeks. And so you puckered for the chocolate, for the strawberry, we're going to smile. Okay? And you're going to put it there and go again up to the hairline. And what I do love about our blushes, hey Gretchen, how are you today? What I love about them is that they are buildable, so that if I wanted it this dark, I could just keep putting it, but I don't want it that dark, so my first time it won't be. Okay, so smile and go right up, apple of the cheek, all the way up. Okay, so there's our vanilla. So we did our chocolate. Oh, I didn't do my chocolate on this side, huh? Well, because I was going to do only one side and show you, but I guess I'm doing both. Pucker, chocolate, top of the ear for the hairline, okay? Then I put my strawberry. Now, you have a choice. You may put a luminizer, but it may just be like I did when I put my concealer in a lighter color. I did use it here, but I'm going to show you a luminizer. Okay, this luminizer is called Benevolent. It's one that looks good on everybody, but you don't want to look like you are on a Mardi Gras float. Okay, not daily at least, unless you're on a Mardi Gras float, right? This Benevolent, used with a fan brush, so it gives you just a little bit of vanilla up there. So I'm going to put a little bit in it, and here's my vanilla. Here's my vanilla. Just gently back and forth. It just gives you a little bit, okay? Then I like to take my powder concealer brush, one of my favorites, and just kind of blend it. There's usually a little bit of setting powder left on it, and we're just going to blend it all together. Now you can use your setting powder at this point too. Here it is. But I caution you, don't put your setting powder on top of your luminizer, because you're going to lose that luminescence, okay? So I'm going to just use it for my blush and bronzer, my contour. And that's so easy. Ever since I learned that technique, I was like, I'm not as afraid of putting blush on. And if I feel I need more, I can just do another one, however I want. Okay? So, pucker and smile. That's your technique. And your reminder is chocolate, vanilla, strawberry. All right, guys, I guess I gotta leave because I'm kind of having a craving for ice cream. I'm not sure why. I'll have a great lunch. And remember, check on me every day, Monday through Friday. I usually come at 10, every once in a while at lunch. Always try to give you a positive message. And I appreciate when you share, when you like, when you give me some feedback that you like what I do. It means something. It means something to everyone. Thank your druggist. Thank the person at the grocery store. Thank the policeman who's directing traffic. It's very rare for them to get thanks. I know when I go to the doctor and I'm thanking the nurse there, she's just like, you're the only person that thanks me. Nobody has to do anything for you. Thank them. When you validate in yourself, validate others. Thanks, guys.